At the age of 4, Michael made a promise to his preschool friend Lily that he would one day marry her. It was a sweet and innocent pledge that nobody really took seriously. However, years later, as life led them down separate paths, destiny intervened. How does a childhood promise, long forgotten, transform into an unexpected narrative? Keep listening to discover how a chance meeting brought their story back around. Additionally, let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. If you enjoy narratives like these, please subscribe for more stories. Let's set our story in the vibrant city of Nashville, Tennessee. There was a charming preschool that each day resonated with giggles, shouts, and the lively enthusiasm of children exploring their surroundings. Among them was Lily, a 4-year-old girl with eyes brimming with curiosity and laughter as radiant as sunlight. She zipped around the playground, moving swiftly between the slide, jungle gym, and swings. Her energy matched her limitless joy. On a crisp autumn morning, Lily was in the sandbox, crafting castles with her small hands while humming a melody her mother frequently sang to her from across the playground. Michael, a boy with a gentle demeanor, observed her with quiet interest. He was a soft-spoken, reserved child with a warm smile and large brown eyes. Often shy around his peers, Michael preferred to sit with his toy cars or observe others playing from afar. However, something about Lily attracted him. Her laughter, her broad, warm smile, and her apparent confidence, as though she ruled the entire playground, captivated him. Summoning all his courage, Michael approached the sandbox, holding his cherished toy car. Lily glanced up, startled, and welcomed him with a big grin. "Do you want to help me build a castle?" she inquired, her voice filled with enthusiasm. Michael nodded, a timid smile growing on his face as he knelt next to her in the sand. The two spent the remaining morning digging, piling, and molding the sandcastle. They giggled while adding leaves for doors and twigs for towers. Lily's infectious laughter eased Michael's shyness, and before long they were running around together, creating games and sharing their little secrets. Since that day, they became inseparable. Be it snack time, story hour, or recess, Lily and Michael were always together. When Lily was on the swings, Michael stood right next to her, pushing her higher and higher as she laughed with delight. If she went to the water fountain, Michael would patiently wait for his turn, extending his hand to guide her back as they walked together. Their teachers lovingly dubbed Michael her little shadow, as he was always close wherever Lily went. On a bright sunny afternoon, while playing on the jungle gym, Lily acted out being a fearless explorer scaling a mountain. One day, she proudly declared, "I'm going to be an explorer and travel everywhere." She shone with excitement, her imagination transforming the entire world into her playground. Michael gazed at her with a blend of admiration and childlike devotion, feeling an innocent flutter in his chest. "Then I'll come with you," he said sincerely. Lily laughed and took his hand. "Then we'll explore the world together." In that instant, feeling more courageous than ever, Michael looked up at her and with a pure sincerity only a child could express, said, "One day, Lily, I'm going to marry you." He delivered the promise as though it were entirely ordinary. Lily giggled, wrinkling her nose and shrugged, making it seem unimportant. "Okay, but you have to promise to bring snacks," she teased, her eyes sparkling. Michael nodded. "Seriously, I promise." Their teachers, observing from afar, couldn't help but smile at the charming duo. Unbeknownst to them, this pure promise would remain even as years passed and life led them down separate paths. As days evolved into weeks and weeks into months, Lily and Michael became the center of the playground spirit. They developed their own small routines. Michael always reserved the finest crayons for Lily during art class, and she ensured he received the first choice of blocks during playtime. They shared secrets and stories together, laughing until their cheeks ached and building a world that only they comprehended. It was a bond, pure and natural, the type of friendship that couldn't be explained but only experienced for Lily. Michael was her silent, unwavering companion, always prepared to accompany her on any adventure. Conversely, for Michael, Lily was the beacon that helped him come out of his shell. She was the reason he eagerly anticipated each day. They might not have comprehended love, but deep in their young hearts, they recognized that what they shared was something unique and valuable. Although they were too young to completely understand the promise Michael had made, it remained a cherished secret between them, sealed with laughter and a child's belief in forever. At that time, life was straightforward, joyful, and brimming with magic. Only childhood friendships can offer such bonds. As they held hands, running across the playground with the wind in their faces, a connection was formed that would stand the test of time, carrying a promise made in innocence yet grounded in something meant to last. The final day of preschool came sooner than Lily and Michael had anticipated. That morning, the pair remained inseparable, sharing their favorite snacks, racing around the playground, and sitting together during story time. However, as the day neared its end, a bittersweet feeling filled the air. Unaware at the time, life was about to lead them down different paths, and their days of boundless play would soon become mere memories. When the last bell rang, Lily's mother approached, knelt down, and embraced her. "Are you ready to embark on a new adventure?" she inquired with a warm smile. Lily nodded, though she looked back at Michael, who stood silently nearby, holding a small toy car, a farewell gift he intended to give her. Lily's mother had discovered a school with an exceptional arts program, ideal for her lively daughter. She wanted Lily to have every chance to nurture her creativity. The new school was located across town, far from the familiar faces of her preschool years. Conversely, Michael's parents decided on a school close to their residence. They believed in keeping him nearby in a smaller setting where he could excel academically and remain with neighborhood friends. For Michael, the transition felt disconcerting. While Lily was filled with excitement about new friends and projects, Michael felt a quiet ache for missing someone he cared about. Standing side by side, the gravity of their impending separation began to weigh on them. Lily, always optimistic, looked up and smiled at him. "We'll see each other again, right?" she asked, her eyes shining with hope. Michael nodded, though his heart felt heavy. He gave her his toy car, his favorite blue racer, as a keepsake of their time together. "So you don't forget me," he whispered softly. Lily smiled, holding the small car close to her heart. "I'll keep it forever," she promised. With that, she gave him one final hug before they walked to their parents and parted ways. The move to new schools was thrilling for Lily. Her new art school was exactly what her parents had hoped for. A lively environment brimming with paints, clay, and creativity. Every day, she spent her time drawing, learning to play instruments, and making new friends who shared her passion. However, in quiet moments, her thoughts would wander back to the boy with the gentle smile and the toy car he had given her. She still kept it stored in a drawer at home, a small memento of her first true friendship. Michael's experience, on the other hand, was different. Although his new school was familiar and near his home, he realized he missed Lily's laughter and her fearless nature that had encouraged him to climb higher on the jungle gym or attempt new things on the playground. He made friends naturally, but none could truly replace the space left by his first friend. Occasionally, he'd find himself looking around as if he were about to see her bouncing toward him with her bright smile. As the years passed, Lily and Michael matured, with their memories of one another fading amidst new friendships, school projects, and birthday celebrations. However, occasionally, something would trigger memories of those times, such as when Lily would use a unique title that no one else could. Even though they hadn't seen each other in years, their bond remained quiet and constant, like a bookmark placed in a cherished book by middle school. Lily nurtured a natural talent for painting and drawing, earning awards and garnering admiration from both teachers and fellow students. She made new friends who shared her passion, and her life was filled with excitement from art exhibitions to school festivals. Nonetheless, whenever she reflected on the origins of her love for art, she recalled her preschool days sitting in the sandbox with Michael, building castles and dreaming big. Meanwhile, Michael grew more confident as the years went by. He joined the school's science club, where he became fascinated by engineering and design. His friends recognized him as the dependable one, the quiet boy with a talent for building and repairing things. Yet, from time to time, he would think of Lily and how she brightened up a room, encouraging him to be a little braver. As high school began, the distance between them appeared insurmountable. They went to different schools, had different friends, and their once strong bond became little more than a cherished memory. They neither talked nor wrote letters, and they were too young to reconnect via social media. It was as though they had become strangers, their lives running side by side yet separately. Nevertheless, in quiet moments, both Lily and Michael felt a pull in their hearts, reminding them of the beautiful and innocent connection they once shared. They had both matured significantly since their preschool days, each flourishing in their own distinct manner. However, neither could have anticipated that fate had plans, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to reunite them. During their junior year in high school, Lily was spending time with her best friend, scrolling through photos on her friend's phone. All of a sudden, she notices a familiar name in her friend's contact list, Michael Thompson. Could it truly be him? Intrigued, Lily asks her friend how she knows Michael. Her friend explains that they are in the same history class and encourages them to reconnect. Lily hesitates, wondering if Michael even remembers her. But with her friend's support, she ultimately agrees to have her friend share her number with Michael. A few hours later, her phone buzzes with a message from an unknown number. She opens it, her heart racing, to find a simple, "Hey, it's Michael, do you remember me?" Lily can't help but smile as memories of their childhood friendship rush back. Their reunion feels effortless. Their conversation flows as smoothly as it did during preschool. They reminisce about the old times, laughing at memories of Michael following Lily around like a little lost puppy. Days become weeks, and their friendship evolves into something deeper. Michael attends Lily's art exhibitions, radiating with pride, while Lily cheers for Michael at his basketball games. They are once again part of each other's lives, but now as teenagers with dreams, ambitions, and emotions at stake. They go on their first genuine date to the movies, laughing and holding hands. Soon, their friends and family begin to notice the chemistry between them. It's a lovely, unforeseen connection, and neither can deny the chemistry between them. As high school graduation approaches, the prospect of attending separate colleges becomes a reality. Lily is accepted into a renowned arts program in North Carolina, while Michael earns a scholarship to a college in Tennessee. They vow not to let distance separate them again, utilizing every possible means to stay connected. They keep in touch through texting, FaceTime, and even weekend visits to stay close. However, long-distance relationships are challenging. There are late-night calls and early morning goodbyes, but their commitment remains unwavering. They recognize that their love is something special that they don't want to lose. As freshman year nears its end, Michael becomes more certain of his love for Lily than ever before. He realizes he doesn't want to risk losing her again and begins planning a surprise to demonstrate how serious he is about their future together. To mark the end of their junior year, Michael invites Lily to Nashville for a surprise. He leads her on a nostalgic journey to their old preschool, the location where their story began. Lily is puzzled yet charmed, laughing at Michael's sentimental gesture. She doesn't notice his nervous glances or suspect anything as they walk through the familiar grounds. Then suddenly, Michael kneels down and presents a ring he had purchased with her father's blessing. He expresses his desire to spend every chapter of life with her, transitioning from childhood best friends to lifelong partners. Lily is left speechless, tears welling up in her eyes as she responds with a heartfelt yes. She is moved by the thoughtfulness of his gesture, feeling overwhelmed with joy at how their love has come full circle. In October 2024, Lily and Michael stand hand in hand at their wedding, surrounded by friends, family, and those who have supported them throughout their journey. The ceremony was filled with laughter, tears, and heartfelt speeches, each word affirming that love can indeed withstand the test of time. For their first dance, they selected A Whole New World, a tribute to the animated movies they cherished as children and the dreams they've created together as they shared their first dance. Friends and family couldn't help but smile, recognizing that sometimes childhood friendships truly last forever. The journey of Lily and Michael from preschool sweethearts to lifelong partners stands as a testament to fate, friendship, and the enduring strength of love. They begin their new life together with dreams as grand as their love. They move into a small apartment in Nashville, close enough to their families, yet filled with their own aspirations and plans. They understand that the path ahead won't always be smooth, but they are prepared to tackle every challenge together. Their love, founded on years of laughter, memories, and unbreakable bonds, is their greatest strength. And thus concludes their story. What started as a simple friendship on a playground evolves into a love story that demonstrates that some bonds are meant to last a lifetime. But what's your opinion? Do you believe in childhood promises or fate reuniting people? If you were in their situation, would you take a chance on someone from your past? Or would you let the memory stay untouched? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Would you trust fate to bring you back to a love like this?